Hey everyone, this is Laurie Delk Radecki, and tonight I'm going to talk to you about how to find new customers and where do you meet the people. So it's going to be short, quick, nice and sweet, 10 minutes. I'm going to give you simple, real life strategies to help you grow your super patch business by finding new customers and knowing exactly where to meet people. So let me remind you that people need what we have. So we're not chasing people. We're helping them live better lives through balance, focus, energy, pain relief, sleep, immune support, and more, right? So if you truly believe that our technology will help people, then why would you not share it with them? Why would you keep that information from them, right? So, number one, we're going to go over is to know who you're looking for. Like, exactly who do you want on your team? Who do you want as your customers? If you're going to find new customers, you have to know who you're looking for. So, just a few examples of perfect candidates for our patches is someone who struggles with pain, whether it's chronic, post-surgery, arthritis, any athletes, or even active adults who need better recovery or performance. Parents of children with focus or sensory needs, students that need to be able to focus better on their tests, children with different sensory needs that might be, on a spectrum or anything that um, they need that help with, you know, different labels that get put on kids. And then people that are under stress, people that are not sleeping well, or people that need immune support, or anyone over 40 who just wants to feel better every day. Even people under 40, right? Anybody who really just wants to feel better every day. But keep your eyes open for everyday conversations. Like, when you go to an event and you say, "Oh, I need anyone who has skin," that's true. But when you say that, it doesn't make people think about who, like if you went to a networking event, who they have in their influence that could help you. But if you say, like, and listen for conversations where someone says, "I'm always tired." Who do you know that's always tired? Who do you know that said, "My back's been killing me"? Who do you know that says, "My child can't focus in school"? Who do you know that says, "I'm just stressed out"? Those are golden moments, and those are keys for you of who might need our service. And then number two is, where do you meet these people? So you might be thinking, okay, Lori, but where do I go to meet these people? But let's talk about a few places, online and in person, where you can consistently meet new prospects. And the same thing, it depends on your life and what you do. If you work full time, if you're like me, you help out with the grandbabies, whatever, then maybe a lot more is online. But, even though I'm still very active with the grandchildren and I travel a lot with my husband, I still meet people in person, and you can do that in your everyday life that you live. So, one idea is local events, community groups. Go to a farmer's market. Do you ever like to go buy your fresh fruits and vegetables at a farmer's market? There's lots of people there, and you can find ways to bring up conversations with people. Same thing at your church events, or a mom's group, or a grandma's group, networking lunches, at the gym, a wellness fair. You could have a booth there, but you could also go and walk around and meet the people. Everybody at the booth at the fair probably is going to need a pain patch after standing on that concrete all day, right? So, and those are all salespeople. Now, granted, they're there to sell their product, but you could still talk to them, get to know them. You could get their information. You could follow up with them later. Or if they seem open to it, you could go ahead and do a balance test on them right there while you're there. Always carry sample packs with you. Have your phone, your videos on your phone so that way you could share them with people. You can do videos of the balance test on people. And then, of course, always smile, right? That always is a great thing. It makes people feel better. And then just start conversations. Hey, have you ever heard of the neuroscience patch that helps with pain, that helps with allergies, that helps with focus, that helps with sleep? Like any of our benefits, right? Just bring them up. And then social media, it's online, it's a free gold mine. So post in your stories, post on your wall, create reels, share things every day, share wins, share testimonials, share before and after pictures if that's appropriate. So if you look at my wall, you'll see I post things every single day. Now, the same thing, you don't want to only post about your business. Otherwise, people are going to unfriend you or unfollow you because you're just spamming them, right? But 1 out of every 5 posts, you want to post something about your business, at least. And you want to post every day. So I usually post 5 to 6 times a day. And at least one of those are about the business. I always share one testimonial a day. And then sometimes I will share something else about the business. Also, comment on other people's posts. For about 5 to 15 minutes a day, I scroll and I just look for posts and I like, love, comment something. Be interested with people and don't be salesy. And then you can also message friends and reconnect authentically. Hey, I saw your post about back pain. I did find something natural that's helped a lot of people, including me. Would you be interested in checking it out? You can say that, or you could also just, every day I check birthdays and I see who in my feed has a birthday. And I always message them happy birthday. That's the least you could do once a year, right? And then I talk to them. Hey, how have you been doing? I look on their wall and I see what they've been up to. And then I comment in the messenger about that. Like something, that they went on a trip recently. Oh, and that looks so exciting. And I talk about it and I drum up conversation, right? Because the first thing is you want to create relationships. People do business with those they know, like, trust, and remember. So if you're not keeping in touch with people, then they might not even remember that they were connected to you. And then you can also get referrals from happy customers. Who do you know that could benefit this too? Your customers can get free product for referring other people. So if they're not interested in the business part of it, they can still get free product for referring other people. And you could even offer extra incentives to them as well if you wanted. Freebies like if they refer 3 friends who try it or something like that to encourage them to share it. And then fourth, just in your daily life, like I said, I do a lot of things. I don't go to networking events hardly at all anymore. I used to live at them. And so I had to find different ways to meet other people. But that's it. You do that just living your life. Your hair salon, the post office. Do you know how many people I've patched at my post office? Because I'm always talking to the people. And then a lot of times when I'm in line to pick up a package, one of the other agents says, Hey, Joe in the back had back pain. Could you share one of those patches with him? And they yell at him, Hey, come out, and then I go up there and I balance test them and then I give them a pain patch too. So if you have kids at school in the pickup line, get out of your car, park your car, get out of your car, go inside and pick them up or whatever, if you can do that. Your restaurant servers, they're usually looking for ways to make money. A lot of them are, paycheck to paycheck. and they could absolutely use something extra. Plus, probably walking on the concrete all day at the restaurant, their back probably hurts, so they could probably use that. A cashier, same thing, standing on the concrete all day. Carry samples and say, I love sharing these with people that are open to natural wellness. Can I gift you one to try? I tell people I have this one patch. It gives you 15 to 30% more strength, balance, stability, and range of motion instantly. Can I show you? Would you like to see? And almost every time people say yes. I've had like one person, I think only one, out of literally, I've asked thousands of people over the last 3 years that exact same question. And most of them say yes. Like I said, I think I've only had one that said, no, I'm good. And so then next, what to say when you meet someone. So now that you met someone, what do you say? Well, first of all, I'm an infomaniac. I have to stop myself from basically throwing up all over somebody, right? You don't want to tell them everything. You want to keep it short and you want to keep it curiosity driven. So here's just a few examples. I work with a wellness tech that helps people with pain, focus, energy, and more without drugs. Have you heard of it? Or you could say, I help people improve the quality of their life with a simple patch that activates your nervous system. Would you be open to learning more? Don't worry about being perfect. Just be genuine. You're starting a conversation. That's all you're doing. Ask if they'd like to watch a 1 minute video or if they'd like to try a sample. And then, of course, follow up, follow up, follow up. That's the key. Like they say, fortune is in the follow up. That is so true. I have had people join me years. I just had someone join my team day before yesterday that I presented the patches to 3 years ago when I first started. And then step 4 is take action daily. Growing your customer base is not about talking to 100 people once a month. It's about talking to 2 or 3 people every single day. Small steps, but daily steps equal big business over time. I just signed up my 112th personal distributor the other day. I have a couple hundred customers. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, but I'm not any different than any of you. I've just talked to more people. So if you want to get where I'm at, or where anybody, there's lots of people in the company that are way higher than me. If you want to get to where any of them at, none of them are better than me. None of them are better than you. They've just talked to more people. So the same thing, if you want to get more business, just talk to more people. Find ways to fit it in. I find ways to fit in a post on social media. I'm not on social media all day, but I still post to it several times a day. I'm not out, like I said, I'm not out going to networking meetings a lot because I'm with my grandchildren a couple days a week, and then my husband and I travel a lot. But when I'm out, I talk to people. I share it with every waitress at every restaurant that we go to. I leave one of our cards with a sample patch with a good tip at our hotel for the maid that comes in. And so that way, they can try it. And obviously, I'm not there to patch them. If I am, then I will, but most of the time I'm not. But so I find ways to get with people all the time. So here's a daily checklist. So post something on social media every day, post at least one thing. Message on instant messenger or whatever on Instagram or Facebook, whatever you're on or wherever you prefer, or all the above, but message 2 to 5 people Same thing, it's not a lot. It'll take you 5 minutes or less. Just message 2 to 5 people and then hand out 1 to 2 samples every day. Follow up with someone that you've already talked to and share a testimonial, either yours or someone else's. I share everybody else's testimonials all the time. Every once in a while, I still share mine, but I share other people's all the time. The thing is, consistency wins. So don't get discouraged and make sure to plant your seeds daily. So, once again, know who you're looking for, go where people gather, whether it's online or in your real life or both, say less, ask more questions, and invite curiosity. Be consistent and just care about people. You've got something amazing in your hands, so go share it with confidence and compassion because you never know who's been praying for what you have. And that's my story. I was in bed for over a month. My husband had to help me walk to go to the bathroom daily. I was in so much pain. I had been to chiropractors, I had been to massage therapists, which helped some, but not completely. I was praying for a solution. And then Steve contacted me and said, I know it sounds crazy, just try it. And it gave me my life back. And I was able to start watching my grandbaby again. I was crying when my daughter in law told me she was interviewing daycares because I did not want that to happen. So somebody might be praying for what you have. So just follow up and talk to people. And let's go make a difference today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you have a great day.